Good evening, YouTube. 10 o'clock on this wonderful day. September is starting to get cold down here. First thing I wanted to show you. Now, a lot of people say that Arrma copies Team Corrali. This was Team Corrali Shogun. This is the wing that it would be with. And what I'm trying to point out is that obviously they didn't copy. They have their own brand. They're definitely different. And you know what I mean? And the truggy style is for anybody to use. But you can say that they did try to copy them in their motors. That everybody's trying to copy each other. Traxxas, Arrma, Team Corrali, they're just all kind of doing the same thing. And with their brand and their, ESCs and their motors and their electronics and their plastics and their build. And they even got Red Cat. Now these are Kaiju tires, and they're not the biggest tires, but they're probably one of the most badass tires I've ever had. Look at the tread on them; they're just awesome. And another thing about these cars is that this was put out by Arrma as a speed car, which my guess is has high rings on the front and rear diffs. And same with this. I mean, this halfway you can hardly is so fast, and this is easily just as fast as this. They're both speed cars, is my point. And then I brought up the Shogun too to show that that this is a speed car too. I threw some Badland tires. This is the Outcast EXB, ready to run. Just got it the other day. Took it out for a spin. It's very nice. Works good. So yeah, a lot of these speed cars you just put bigger tires on them, and you end up with great bashers that flip and everything because they got the speed for it and whatnot. And that's what I wanted to point out, is that the Shogun was kind of like the Talion to Arrma. The Shogun was the Team Corrali. The Kronos was the Team Corrali. The Kraton, what the Kraton was to Arrma, and vice versa. And I guess Arrma came up with the idea. Who knows? But they come from the UK, and those were the only two cars going besides the Dementor, which was supposed to be like the Notorious, and they were just kind of going in that direction. So they did kind of copy, but they all copy each other, and nobody did anything that nobody else isn't already doing. So, and like we all keep saying, we appreciate the more toys that you have out there, the more things that you can choose from. So I want to point that out that I was thinking of throwing some Badlands on here, but I honestly am thinking of keeping those Kaijus. I mean, these Red Cat Kaiju tires are hard to come by unless you actually buy the truck, which is great. It's a steal. It's, you just got to change the plastic spur out for a metal one. That is a steal, $400, a success machine like this. Maybe a little better, who knows. So, here we are again in another unboxing. And today, do you guys think you can guess what it is with the cars I have out today? I mean, it can't be that difficult to figure it out, is it?
Well, it's an Arrma EXB.
Well, let me point out first I have speed cars out.
Okay.
Alright, I have the Outcast ready to run. 6S out. EXB. And we know that this is an Arrma EXB. So, if we take all that into consideration, what do you get?
Could be a Shogun EXB?
No,
No?
of course not. What's the other EXB that's out there that's 6S? You don't know. Rob, you got any ideas? Let me put it to you this way. Which other one crapped out on the ESC and I had to return it just like this one?
Oh man. I remember you saying something about that. I just can't for the life of me remember.
Okay, so you don't know. What about you, Rob? You don't know. Okay, good luck. Alright, then why don't we go ahead and open it? We got two I don't knows. No guesses. Let's see, throw this right here, I guess. Okay, Shogun V. Very nice. This is the Shogun V1, which is, if I recall, this one has like a 46 spur in it, and that one has like a 52 spur in it. Thank you. That will work. Oh, guys, what do you think?
Ah, the Talion.
Yes, the Talion. It's the only other one that's ready to run, and it's a speed car. Obviously, is the counterpart to it. That's the V4, and this would be the V5, I guess. But really, it's the V5 EXB because they never made a V5 Talion. So another speed car, and it's a ready-to-run EXB like this, so you can see why I put these cars in, right?
Speedsters go with speedsters.
Makes the car look smaller, doesn't it, with those tires?
Yeah, it does, actually.
But she's a very powerful and fast machine, so believe it or not, the Shogun looked the same way with its little tires too. Till you, like I said, till you put big tires on them. That's really all you need to do because they're already designed for speed.
It's got that new tire smell.
Meant for the track, but then when you put the big tires on them, they just become great bashers. Most speed cars are like that. Every speed car I've come across pretty much has all the same electrical components as the Outcast, which is the, let's see here, Spectrum Firma 150 amp, ESC, IC5 connectors, all the EXB upgrades with the red shock towers and thicker shocks, and I threw in a fan, and then the 2050 Spectrum Firma motor, 2050 kV. 40 millimeter can, 4 millimeter banana plugs. I don't know what kind of servo, probably like a 25 Spectrum servo. And that's all the same that's in this. The only difference being this has smaller tires and it's more of a racer built for speed with the longer wheelbase as well. So I'm going to throw on another fan here, and again, like I said, it's the Spectrum Firma 150 amp. You got the, I think it's a 25 kilogram Spectrum servo, Spectrum Firma 2050 kV. And there it is, and she rips, man. I've seen it. Like I said, it's like an ant on steroids. That's what I think with these little tires, like little legs. They just, rip up hills and down hills. I wouldn't think that she'd flip very good right now, but, maybe in time I'll throw on a sec, because I think this one is really a great ripper, and I'd like to keep it that way. I got plenty of flippers and jumpers and all that. So keeping a good ripper, what do you think there, Beast Robbie? Keeping a good ripper might be a good idea.